Have you ever seen a drawing so detailed, so precise, that it looks like a photograph? Now, what if I told you that the artist drew it entirely from memory after seeing the subject just once? It sounds like a superpower, right? Well, for one man, it's a reality. This is the incredible story of Stephen Wiltshire, the human camera. Our story begins in London, England. On April 24th, 1974, Stephen was born to West Indian parents, but his early years were marked by silence. At the age of 3, he was diagnosed with autism. He didn't speak a single word, and the world around him seemed to exist in a separate, inaccessible dimension. His parents and teachers struggled to connect with him. It was a challenging time, filled with uncertainty about his future. But hidden within that silence was an extraordinary gift, just waiting for the right key to unlock it. That key turned out to be a simple pencil and a piece of paper. At Queen's Mill School in London, a school for children with special needs, Stephen discovered his voice, not through words, but through lines. He began to draw. At first, it was animals, then London buses, and finally, buildings. His teachers noticed something remarkable. His drawings weren't just good. They were astonishingly accurate. He had a photographic memory, an ability to capture every window, every pillar, every tiny detail of a building after just a fleeting glance. His first spoken word, interestingly, was paper. He had learned to communicate his needs to continue his passion. Drawing became his language, his bridge to the world that had once seemed so distant. Word of this young prodigy started to spread. When Stephen was just 8 years old, he received his first commission from the British Prime Minister to draw Salisbury Cathedral. Imagine that an 8-year-old, who barely spoke, was already getting commissions from the highest office in the country. His talent was undeniable. As a teenager, his abilities were put to the ultimate test. The BBC program, The Foolish Wise Ones, featured him in a documentary. They took him on a helicopter ride over London and then challenged him to draw what he had seen. The result was a breathtaking, incredibly detailed panoramic drawing of the city's skyline, all rendered from memory. This feat earned him his famous nickname, the human camera. But Stephen's world wasn't limited to London. His talent took him across the globe. He drew sprawling, intricate cityscapes of Tokyo, Rome, Hong Kong, Frankfurt, Madrid, Dubai, Jerusalem, and New York. The process was always the same. He'd take a brief helicopter ride, sometimes as short as 20 minutes, over a sprawling metropolis. Then he'd hole up in a public space, like a gallery or a museum, with a giant canvas and his trusty pens. For days, the public could watch him work. Line by line, building by building, an entire city would emerge from the blank canvas. He works in complete silence, often listening to music from the 70s and 80s on his headphones. Lost in his world of memory and ink, he doesn't use sketches or preliminary lines. He simply starts drawing from one corner and doesn't stop until the masterpiece is complete. Think about the complexity of a city like Tokyo or New York, the thousands of buildings, the millions of windows, the unique architectural styles. To remember all of that, and then to recreate it with such precision, is a feat that baffles neurologists and artists alike. It's a combination of his autistic Savant syndrome and his raw artistic talent. One of his most famous projects was a 19-foot-long panoramic drawing of New York City. After a single 20-minute helicopter ride, he spent 5 days at the Pratt Institute in Brooklyn, meticulously recreating the entire city skyline. He drew the Empire State Building, the Chrysler Building, the intricate details of Lower Manhattan, all with perfect scale and placement. It's a piece you can get lost in, spotting landmarks and marveling at the sheer scope of his memory. In 2005, following the devastating Asian tsunami, Stephen created a collection of drawings of the affected cities to raise funds for the relief effort. He's also drawn iconic landmarks like the Taj Mahal and the Sydney Opera House. His work is a celebration of human achievement, of the cities we build and the structures that define our cultures. In recognition of his incredible contribution to the art world, Stephen Wiltshire was made a member of the Order of the British Empire, or MBE, by Queen Elizabeth II in 2006. The boy who started in silence was now being honored by royalty. It was a testament to his perseverance and the power of his unique gift. His sister, Annette, has been a huge part of his journey. She helps manage his career and his gallery in London, acting as his spokesperson and is linked to the world when he prefers to stay in his creative zone. She describes him as having a great sense of humor and a deep love for music and classic American cars, which he also loves to draw. Today, the Stephen Wiltshire Gallery in London's Royal Opera Arcade showcases his original works, prints, and books. It's a permanent home for his vision, a place where people from all over the world can come and witness his genius firsthand. His story is a powerful reminder that our differences can be our greatest strengths. The very condition that made communication difficult for him also gave him a superpower that has captivated the world. Stephen Wiltshire's life shows us that there are many ways to see the world and many ways to communicate what we see. His art transcends language and culture, speaking a universal language of awe and wonder. He didn't just learn to communicate. He taught the world to see cities through his eyes, in all their glorious, intricate detail. So the next time you look at a city skyline, take an extra moment. Think of Stephen Wiltshire and the incredible power of the human mind. His journey from a silent child to a world-renowned artist is a story of hope, talent, and the beautiful, unexpected ways we can find our voice in the world. Thank you so much for watching. If you were as inspired by Stephen's story as I am, please hit that like button and subscribe for more incredible stories.